Do you see this? Day 48, no food. Still. Birthday party was yesterday. These are all the blessings that were written down at the birthday party that we threw yesterday at Paminati's. 57 of these. And we actually improved the blessing program on how to measure how much these are worth. And we revamped, we had like a judicial council blesser like at the end of the birthday, and we were trying to calculate, did I make the quota, the 3,600 blessings needed to eat? And we didn't. Do you know why though? It's because the event was too successful, not that it wasn't successful enough. So then why didn't we meet the quota? We needed 108 people to come, which multiplies what the blessings are worth. The bigger the meetings, the more the blessings are worth. And if we would have reached 108 people, each blessing would have been worth 56, in total 56 blessings, or 56 points per blessing. And we made it to 82 or something like that. But we found out why it was only 82 despite being so successful. It was because we overwhelmed the restaurant, it turns out. I didn't have time to I'm piecing together what happened yesterday because it was wild. We filled up the whole place. My family came, my mom came and surprised me. I cried like a baby because she said she wasn't going to come. My 91-year-old grandpa came and played guitar for us. Those are blessings. Those are called outrageous acts of kindness. And my mom brought some of her famous pickles, as you can kind of see over there. And my sister bought me some vegan candies. So it's extremely tempting not to eat right now. But I'm holding my integrity. Because if I eat just because I want to, and don't read these and treat them as serious, it creates a dead culture. And it ruins my integrity. This is a real hunger strike to the potential death. You have to do the work if you want me off of it, because we are heading towards a disaster. Cloud Mythos is coding itself right now. That meeting last night was a chance to launch global critical mass. We had a potential to do so because the event was more successful than people thought it was going to be. People look at me as a joke, right? Oh, beard, and like, oh, he's in a basement and he's sleeping on a bed, and blah, 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 poor poverty trap. I'm down here with the poor as the Messiah for a reason. But it doesn't mean I don't have the power of the word, the wisdom. So when we went there and there was 100 and some people that showed up, they put a divider at like 57 people capacity, and they had to push it back because more and more people came. They were getting so many phone calls. We went on Facebook last minute. We gave 1 day warning or 1 day notice that there's going to be a free vegan buffet. And it's a $30 per plate. And I misunderstood what they said. They said 40 people minimum, you have to pay $1,200. I thought it was flat rate fee. Everybody comes and eats as much as they want. Turns out that wasn't the case. But here's what happened. We overwhelmed the restaurant. 5 hours before the event even started, so only a couple of hours of notice on the internet, the staff were getting so many phone calls from people that we didn't know this, but they were starting to deter people from coming because they started to realize if they let everybody come, we basically booked the whole restaurant. And because it was last minute, I was dancing with this woman, Julie is the manager, and she was doing her best. We're both doing our best. She wanted to keep the normal regular customer base because we didn't formally book off the space, even though we could have. We raised enough money to do so. But it surprised them. So we did have 108 people come. But I was telling people, take as much as you want, because when people see abundance, they want to invite their families. It's real. They didn't believe it was real. They don't believe that people would do that kind of thing. So kind. I'm trying to reestablish trust. We're trying to do the blessings again. And the food ran out. I didn't get any food, right? I didn't eat the whole blessing or the whole birthday party. And there's a lot of people that came. Like my family table was full. We had a lineup of people coming to thank me and give me these blessings. They're making blessings to me. They're saying, "Oh, thank you so much." You know, and I said, "That's not what I mean by a blessing. I'm not narcissistic. You're not coming to bless me." And like, "Oh," I'm saying, "No. I'm getting an indirect blessing from you blessing other people." Every one of us in here is a Messiah in this room. You got to treat them that way and help them. Do something, an outrageous act of kindness to help pick them up so they can get into the fair world spirit. And I get a blessing off of that because I like that. I love seeing other people support each other in a real way. So that's what I consider a blessing. A blessing directly to me to kiss my butt it's flattery. I don't need that. I already got self-worth. Okay, I proved the proof of truth, right? The proof of God and the proof that I'm sacred is done and that you're sacred is done, but you got to learn it for yourself. I wrote it for free. It's yours. Priceless information, okay? So some people did that, and I had to talk. I talked for we had 4 straight hours of people coming in, getting food, and so I didn't have time to go check the food. I didn't know how it was all really going. We were having a people watching, but I couldn't delegate the task because I was talking to my family and that lineup instead of training the crew, which I originally had planned, because I didn't think my family was there. So I didn't think I was going to have anybody to talk to except for the volunteer crew, my friends. But then I didn't have any time. I couldn't ignore my 91-year-old grandpa and my mother, and I couldn't ignore that they came. So it was the one thing I didn't predict was that there would be more love there than I thought. My family came. And the original idea of the birthday party was not to do just a hunger strike. I'm always trying to change the world and save your life. It was to reconnect with family because they don't understand what I'm doing and I'm being ostracized a bit. So the event was more successful than we thought. So we're going to do it again. But this time we're not going to run out. Like once we were cleaned up and I was exhausted and I woke up, I heard from a few people that the buffet bins were not just empty once in a while, they were like continuously empty and the spring rolls were running out. So when I was telling people, go back and get your families, invite your families, there's plenty of food, get as much as you want. They weren't telling me that nobody told me we're actually out of like food. Like there's a little bit there. So they didn't want to invite their families because their families would have got mad at them and said, where's the food? So we have to help Pop Manattis grow capacity. So instead of getting mad at them, and instead of asking for a refund, because if they can't do it, they're spiritual people, man. If they can't do it, nobody can do it. So we have to figure out how do we help them rise up to this incredible standard where God's government could have launched yesterday. Could have started. We could have raised $1 million. The right people were in the room. If we would have kept the families coming and getting that momentum going, it probably would have kept going. Some people came in, of course, exploited us and just came in with the food, just left, no blessings, nothing. But that was shockingly few people. Like most people did these blessings or came and talked to me personally or really appreciated. I got gifts from people. Like this one woman brought me a little pickle. I love pickles. She brought me a little pickle pen. And her name was Tam. And she brought me this. Here's some of these blessings too. This is I may be a tiny pickle, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. So I felt important and loved and significant, but that's not the point, right? The point is to make other people feel that way so we can build spirit to save the world. That's what the whole point of the blessings are. If they stay superficial, we're in the dead culture, right? So, but it was nice. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the event again. And we're going to help Pop Manattis actually book everything. And I think we paid $1,200. We ended up paying $3,200 by the end of the night. And one of my friends came and picked up the tab last minute because we didn't fundraise enough. He picked it up last minute because the people that are around me are good people, but they're also, to be honest, very high Pareto categories, very, very wealthy. And it's because these people are good people. They actually have some wisdom. They actually deserve it. Some people don't, right? They're misusing God's gifts to them. So we're blessed in that way. But we need to move in this direction faster. So we're going to... I was actually... My intuition said make the down payment. We didn't make the down payment. I said, yeah, we got the money. Make the down payment. And they didn't make the down payment for some reason. We had the money. Do an e-transfer. Like, it was literally a 5-second thing. And nobody did that. And I was like, what's going on here? So anyway, maybe they didn't think we had the money. And that's why they were restricting. We don't know yet. We're going to talk to Pop Manattis and see because they're good people. There's got to be a good reason. And I'm always going to go with them. They had the most capacity, but they also have the most integrity. Like they're very protected because they're famous for like their spiritual. They don't cook with garlic or onions or anything because of the Buddhist spiritual tradition. Like who does that? I wanted to break my fast there because I feel honored. I'd be full. It's honoring to break fast the way that they do in Jakarta and Indonesia. So we're going to do it again. We're going to work with them to do even better. We're going to put a bigger down payment down. We need to raise more funds if they're having a hard time. She mentioned something like it might take $6,000. I don't know. They're closed today, so we're going to figure that out. And I enjoyed working with them. I like talking to them. Very patient people. Even in bad circumstances, you can work through it. So we're going to do it there. We're also going to do it, not just, it's my birthday officially today. Yesterday was a pre-birthday. So today I'm making the announcement of my real birthday party, which will not be truncated by dead spirit or these problems. It'll grow, okay? So that's going to be, I want it to be today or tomorrow, but we have to plan it a little bit more. So I'm going to do it on my sister's birthday in honor of her. So my real living spirit birthday is actually going to be on her birthday, but it's going to be her birthday with me honoring her. And I would love for you to honor my sister because she's like the closest thing to sainthood and modernity with somebody who's not super, super religious. Okay, she's a really good person. She protected me and allowed me to do a lot of the work to develop the solutions that's going to save all of our lives, called universal logic, very soon. I don't want to wait too long because I might die. So her birthday is exactly 2 weeks away on June 22nd. That's a long time to go when I'm already 48 days in. I will be getting close to death. We have a backup plan that we're going to try. We got a bunch of people we can message around the world to try and build another 108 person meeting online. We're going to be working on that in the meantime. And if I can get that done by the end of this week, I'll break the fast now and then start recovering and then actually have some birthday cake or something on her birthday. Because you can't really eat much birthday cake in a state like this because you could die. So I'm serious about my hunger strike. We made like $1,000. Like it still counts. It reduces the number total. Like it adds up, right? So these still count. But it didn't go all the way. Oof, my head's hurting a lot. So that's the goal. And my sister might not be in town, so we'll do a live stream with her and we'll do some honoring speeches and stuff like that. But if there's one person I could put my reputation behind, it would be hers. I would vouch for my sister 100%. And she might not fully understand what I'm doing. She doesn't have the same kind of wisdom as I do, but she has the pureness and the goodness. And she has pragmatic decision. She's a doctor. And in one generation, she went from a doctor to a surgeon with no help. Me and her are the first to go to university formally in our family. So she pioneered a trail, which is unheard of. Because she works hard. It's like somebody who earned her money honestly. And I vouch for ethical money, as you know. I vouch for ethical Pareto categories and in help and stuff like that. So she is somebody that we could make a global symbol in some way because she should be followed in her example. I think she should follow universal logic more. Of course, I think people should follow the example of wisdom, but she's the one that can do it without explicitly knowing. So she can just embody it a lot of the time. That's why she's protecting me. So I want to, if we're going to do this a second time, I want to honor my sister. She's been there with me thick and thin. Even now, when everybody else abandoned me, she was there. And, I'm not saying everybody abandoned me. My family most families would have abandoned me a long time ago. My family hasn't fully abandoned me. They're putting pressure on me because they think I'm wrong about the hunger strike. So it's a loving act. It's just misguided. Treat me with respect about why am I doing it. And you'll see the rationality, and then you won't be violating or patronizing on my charter rights. It's a wise thing that I'm doing. Think about it. Okay. So you're invited. If you want to be a part of the planet, we got 6 hardcore people that love the event. Everybody thought the event was super successful, and they didn't realize that it was being shrunk, right? Because it was too successful, and then they're pulling it back. So we had a chance to change the world yesterday. But we're going to have a second chance here. And we had 6 people in this big lineup who were hardcore. One woman was a vegan woman that came and brought her kids. And she said, can you teach my kids why you're in the hunger strike? So I told them about the mega crisis. I tried not to scare the kids. I kind of, kind of glazed over the problem part a bit and focused on the solution. And they wanted to do this again because it did build community. Like, it was real acts of kindness. Like reading these notes, somebody drove somebody home, somebody like took care of somebody's bills, these are like real. Some of these were real blessings. And only a couple were like superficial. But if you made one, I think we counted it unless it was like really like didn't have anything to do with the actual meeting. You can't mention acts of goodness you did before because it's got to pick up this meeting now because we're building capacity, right? Oh, my hands are getting numb. So if you want to help, we still have the other crew. The other crew that helped pull this off are amazing. I'm going to ask them to do it again. Not for my honor, for my sister's honor. But we're still going to try and change the world at the same time because I love my sister. I want to save her life. And I want to save everybody else's lives. So we're going to turn it into something that is concretely positive and not just toxically positive or superficial. So, and if she doesn't, if somebody doesn't like that, we'll just make it my second real birthday then. Because this one got truncated. It was still awesome, but it should have, the planning we put into it, it should have been the real deal. Okay, and you're invited to come again. So we're going to try and raise money for the real. We're going to go back on the sites and we're going to give them more than 1 day's notice. That was 1 day's notice. If we give a week's notice, look at the city there. But the software and everything else that we're building and the flow rules and all the world-class ideas that are changing things in a positive direction, that's what we're going to have ready for this next one. But we got a short period of time. So I'm not going to be eating, and I could use your help. If not for me, for my sister, and for all those we know and love. Okay, I'll give some more updates, but for now, I'm announcing this on my birthday. This is my next birthday wish, is to get my first birthday wish in earnest and help out everybody who tried. We did our best. It really was cool. I mean, if it was a normal birthday, not many people get treated the way I got treated yesterday. So I mean, I still feel blessed. If it was just for me, I would be 100% satisfied. I cried. I literally cried for my personal well-being, right? If I'm just being me, I cried and it was a thing. So I'm personally satisfied. But my spiritual side, the Messiah side, is freaking out. I'm like, we didn't make it. We didn't make it. To be honest, we didn't make it. We have to do better. So between those two, we're doing it again to get the full thing because I want to save the beautiful people's lives that did that with me yesterday. I want to save them because they're sacred, they're worth it, they're good people. Only good people do that, what happened yesterday. And I want my sister to feel as special as I felt yesterday. I want her to feel 10 times more special. I want everybody at the meeting to feel that way. So help me. And you can come and feel that way too. We'll do a better job. We learned so much. We had a judicial council doing this stuff. Like, it was cool. We actually did enough to almost make it look real. Like make it look good enough to pull off. So, but this time we will. I've already improved it this morning. Got some really good feedback. So send me a message if you love this idea. Lots of people loved it. I loved it too. It actually was great. But now it's time to change the world. The first person that came, let me say one more thing. The first person that kind of came in, they came meandering in before the meal got started. They came in and said, am I here? Is this the right place? Is this real? And I said, yeah, is it like the buffet is actually paid for? Yeah, all you can eat. And then I realized, later, I guess that didn't fully happen, but we'll fix that. So I just love meeting like random strangers that come in. Like, is this, you're doing something so loving and kind. It's like people don't know. We're so like in this toxic culture. We're like, am I dreaming? Like, are you being nice to me for real in a substantial way? And of course we're trying to educate at the same time, but I think that people understand why. Okay, stay blessed. Keep sublating. Thank you for all the real birthdays today on my real birthday. I already got like quite a few. Oh man, I'll tell you one more little story. I woke up this morning. I forgot. For some reason, I just thought yesterday I was on my birthday for some reason because it was so good. It felt like a real birthday. So I woke up and people were sending me messages on Facebook. I'm like, why are people sending me still sending me Facebook like happy birthday posts. So I went on there and I had 50 happy birthdays on there. I was like, oh, okay, wow, 50 is a lot less than last year. I had 200 last year, and I said, oh, I must have did something wrong this year and like made a bunch of people angry. I only got 50 blessings yesterday for my birthday. So I was like, okay, whatever. I got to keep the path. I'm obviously making waves, right? As long as I'm making waves, I don't care about how many birthdays I get. We're doing something meaningful. And I was just curious, why are people leaving me? And then I realized, oh, today's June 8th. This is my real birthday. And I was, oh, I haven't gotten any birthday messages yet. It's still the morning time. So I was kind of funny because I was convinced yesterday that it was my actual birthday because it was so good, personally, right? That my brain's like, hey, it's done. It's like every other year. So, and I got a lot of like positive messages too. So I want to say thank you for that. Especially the people that started yesterday. Oh yeah, we're at, what is it? 11 o'clock in the morning, 121. So I guess we didn't make anybody angry, or we fed a lot of people yesterday and they really liked the spicy egg squash or eggplant that we had. The spring rolls are like famous. They're not super healthy. Shouldn't fry a lot. And but the noodles, the bakshi noodles, I think they're called. And we had the curry chicken is amazing. The fake vegan curry chicken and the beef. It's pretty incredible. So maybe that's why we're getting so many happy birthdays today. To be honest, I think I just attracted a lot of good people who know that this is really good work. It has to be done. I invite you into that. And we can have a collective universal birthday into a new world spirit or a fair world spirit. So, okay. And when it's your birthday, we'll try and make you feel as special because it's a blessed thing. We're here for each other, right? We're sacred. We're important, okay? You're here for a reason. And we're supposed to respect animals too, okay? They're here for a reason too. You're supposed to be a steward, not a destroyer, all right? Okay, stay blessed. Now keep sublating, and we'll see you hopefully on the 22nd, if not sooner. Okay? All right, take care.